Paleolithic and Prehistoric Flutes. Welcome to the first segment of the History of the Flute series. This video will include information pertaining mostly to cavemen flutists, a time known in human history as the Paleolithic Age, running from about 3.3 million years ago until about 10,000 years ago. At about 50,000 years ago marks the point when we start finding several different artifacts, including art. At the same time, the human species is spreading across the world, and all other hominid species like the Neanderthals were almost extinct. New excavations from this period are happening all the time, and you just never know when a flute might show up. Some of these finds have been deemed not reasonable to include in this due to too much scientific debate. For now, we are loosely defining flute as simply an instrument that perhaps had an edge that was blown across in order to make sound. When talking about these prehistoric flutes, we have to realize this was a time when we were becoming a true human species capable of higher levels of thinking. An ice age was ending, and it wouldn't be until millennium later that large societies start to show up. Scientists that study findings in archaeological excavations hypothesize art and music helped give Homo sapiens a new method of communication that gave them a competitive edge over the Neanderthals. It also has been theorized music, most likely used recreationally and religiously, helped maintain large social groups. There have been flutes found in excavations in the Swabian Alb region of Germany that date back as far as about 43,000 years ago. The flutes are made of various bones and ivory. They were also found among some of the very earliest cave paintings with figurative art. Flutes from the Geysen Klosterla cave, dating from 42 to 43,000 years ago, to about 35,000 years ago, are, as of the making of this video, the oldest known musical instruments in the world. The flutes are made of mute swan bone and woolly mammoth ivory. In 2006, the Hohlefels cave yielded a marvelous find, this griffin vulture wing bone flute. It also to date is the most complete find from the German caves. There have been fragments of 20 different flutes dating from 20,000 to 35,000 years ago at the Isturiz archaeological site in southwestern France. The Aurignacian, Gravettian, and Magdalenian cultures were responsible for making these historical finds. The last major flute find we will be discussing comes from Jihau of the Henan province in China. Carbon dating puts these 6 complete flutes along with other flute fragments at 9,000 years old. The flutes are made of the red-crowned crane. In the next video, we will be discussing the religious and spiritual upbringings of the flute, from ancient India to ancient Greece. The times of antiquity are ahead.